Welcome to the Pericles Century Podcast, where we journey through Greece's legendary battles, myths, and history. I'm Irene, and today we step onto one of the most fateful battlefields of the ancient world, Marathon. The Battle of Marathon was more than just a military confrontation. It was a battle for the survival of Athens and the future of Greek civilization. It was here that a vastly outnumbered Athenian army faced off against the mighty Persian Empire. Against all odds, the Greeks emerged victorious, forever altering the course of Western history. But Marathon's legacy goes beyond warfare. The name itself is now immortalized in the world of sports, inspired by the legendary run of Philippides, the Athenian messenger who sprinted from Marathon to Athens to deliver news of victory. His feat became the foundation of the modern marathon race, a global symbol of endurance and triumph. In this episode, we will unravel the events leading up to the battle, the tactics that secured an improbable Greek victory, the legacy of the marathon run, and how this moment shaped Western civilization. So, let's step back in time to a battlefield where history was written in blood and courage. To understand the Battle of Marathon, we must first step into the world of 5th century BC Greece, a time when the Greek city-states were small independent entities constantly in rivalry with each other. Meanwhile, to the east, a great empire was rising, the Persian Empire, ruled by Darius I, stretching from Asia Minor to India, encompassing millions of subjects. In 499 BC, the Greek city-states of Ionia, located in modern-day Turkey, rose up against Persian rule. They sought help from mainland Greece, and Athens, a growing power, answered their call. The Athenians sent ships to assist the rebels, angering Darius I, who vowed revenge. By 490 BC, the Persian king launched a massive military expedition, sending a fleet across the Aegean Sea to punish Athens. Their goal was simple: destroy the city and make an example of it. The Persian fleet landed at Marathon, a coastal plain about 40 kilometers from Athens. It was an ideal spot for their large forces to disembark. But what they didn't expect was that Athens would march out to meet them, alone. When the Persian army arrived, the Athenians faced a terrifying choice: stand and fight against an overwhelmingly powerful enemy, or retreat and risk the destruction of their city. At the time, Sparta was the strongest military power in Greece, but they refused to help immediately due to a religious festival. This meant that Athens had to act alone. The Athenian general Miltiades convinced the city's leaders that the only chance of survival was to meet the Persians head-on at Marathon rather than waiting for them to march on Athens. It was a bold decision, one that would shape the future of Greece. The Persian forces, estimated at 25,000 men, were led by deities and Artaphernus. They had highly skilled archers, cavalry, and lightly armored infantry, making them fast and adaptable on the battlefield. The Athenians, joined by a small force from Plataea, had only 10,000 hoplites, heavily armored infantry who fought in phalanx formation. Rather than waiting for the Persians to attack, Miltiades took the initiative. He devised a brilliant tactical maneuver. The Greek center was deliberately weakened, encouraging the Persians to break through. The flanks were strengthened, allowing the Greeks to encircle the enemy. As the Persian center advanced, the Greek wings closed in, trapping them in a deadly formation. When the Greek hoplites charged, the lightly armored Persians panicked. The result? A crushing Greek victory. Over 6,000 Persians were killed, while the Athenians lost fewer than 200 men. After the battle, the Athenians needed to get the news of victory to Athens as fast as possible. According to legend, a soldier named Phidippides ran the entire distance from Marathon to Athens, roughly 26 miles, 42 kilometers, to deliver the message. "Rejoice! We have won!" After delivering the news, he collapsed from exhaustion. His legendary run inspired the modern marathon race, introduced at the first modern Olympic Games in 1896 in Athens. Every year, thousands of runners retrace his steps in the Athens Authentic Marathon, honoring his endurance and sacrifice. The Battle of Marathon is often seen as a turning point in history. Had the Persians won, Greek democracy, philosophy, and culture might never have flourished. Even today, marathon remains a symbol of endurance, strategy, and resilience. And if you've ever dreamed of walking the battlefield where history was made, marathon is waiting to be explored. Today, visitors to Marathon can see the tumulus of the Athenian dead, a burial mound honoring the fallen warriors, the Marathon Run Museum, celebrating the history of the battle and the marathon race, the ancient battlefield where strategy and bravery changed the course of history. If you want to experience marathon firsthand, explore the battlefield and uncover its legendary past, search for Pericles Century on Viator and TripAdvisor or visit www.periclescentury.com. Join us for a private journey through Marathon and relive the history that shaped the world. Thank you for joining me on this journey through the Battle of Marathon. If you enjoyed this episode, subscribe for more stories of Greece's legendary sites. Until next time, keep exploring.